Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your February card reading. So, if you are new to these readings and you didn't check out the yearly one, might still be a good idea to go ahead and check that out. But what this is going to look like is I'm going to pull from separate decks. The first deck we're going to use is the Energy Oracle card deck by Sandra Ann Taylor. I mention it because I get so many questions about it, so I just wanted to let you know. They're a beautiful deck, and we're going to get you just the overall energy, like I said, but then we're going to dive a little deeper, and we're going to pull some abundance cards for you, some life purpose, career, success cards, love, romance cards, as well as a law of attraction message. All right, so it's going to tune in with the Pisces energy. If you have anything that you have on your mind, keep that top of mind now. I'm just going to shuffle. I shuffle on my lap because it's just easier for me to shuffle that way. I had a comment on one of the videos saying they couldn't trust me. They wanted me to redo the video because they didn't see me shuffle. So I promise I don't have any tricks up my sleeve. If I did, I would just pull amazing cards, so it'd be the best reading ever, right? And get extra views. But I want to give you a reading that is best for you. The best guidance. And that's all this is. This is just guidance. Take what resonates, ditch what doesn't. Really what I recommend is, if a lot of things in a reading resonate, that's wonderful. But what's helped me the most on my journey is taking one or two parts of a reading, of each reading, and use that to guide me. Honestly, I've had YouTube readings change my life because I just took one small piece from that reading, went down a rabbit hole, and it really did. I have very specific ones that I can remember that changed my life forever to this day that I'm grateful for. But it wasn't because of the whole reading. It was because of one thing they said. That one wants to come out. All right, anything else for Pisces? Anything else for... Okay. Let's see what your overall energy is. All right. Strategy is the first card that you got. This is talking about making plans. This is talking about setting up your life. Now, it did come up in reverse. So I'm getting two meanings from the reversal of this card. Either you're feeling a bit concerned about where you're going, or you're feeling a bit out of sorts, perhaps. And the card is coming to say, it might be a time to step back and just organize. Just strategize where you're going next. And perhaps even creating a vision board or a plan so that you can continue to focus your energy on where you are going. And it kind of helps when you're feeling overwhelmed because you always have this focal point to come back to. It can also be talking about prioritizing. There's just a lot of different ways that the strategy card can come up this month. And we will see what career, abundance, and love has to say because I have a feeling it's going to help clarify that. The second card is Woman Holding a Heart. So this really talks a lot about transformation is what I'm feeling like for you. If you look closely, she has this butterfly on her head. Butterflies are all about transformation. So I'm feeling like part of the reason the strategy card came out is because you are transforming in some level of your life, and your days might be structured a little differently because of it. This could just be you're getting more into meditation, let's say, for example, and so you structure your days that you wake up earlier so you can meditate. Again, just an example, but I'm feeling like you are being asked to prepare for this transformation within yourself and also in your world. This also bodes well for reconciliations in relationships. It bodes well for love and romance, and it speaks about aligning with your passions and really just coming from your heart space, which is so appropriate for February, right? You got the All Tied Up card next, and I could see the card. Okay. The card that came after it was peeking out behind, and I think they go together, and that's why it caught my eye. The All Tied Up is talking about feeling stuck, feeling stagnant. Again, maybe not being sure. You know that you're undergoing a transformation, or you feel like you're just ready for some aspect of your life to transform, but you're feeling like, but what's going to happen? Where do I go? Or perhaps your ego and old fears and things like that are getting in the way. The next card that you got was Deceit. Now it came up in reverse. The Deceit card can sometimes talk about people in your life putting on a front or not being truthful, but very often, just for a general reading, what I get most from this card is the deceitful trickery that of our minds, of our egos, kind of getting sucked up into the illusion. And that is what I'm feeling like's been tying a lot of you up. But this month is really going to be a time to see through the illusion. See through what your ego tells you. See through how you perceive your reality to be, and getting back in touch with your purpose, with your soul that is always free, that came here incarnated into your circumstance to learn lessons. So instead of allowing things in your life, like your ego or your fears or even outside things, to tie you up, it's time to strategize and grow from them. It's time to grow. It's time to learn whatever lessons that the contrast is here to teach. Learn the lesson and then move on, instead of getting sucked into these whirlpools of energy that are so easy to get sucked into, if that makes sense. Like the energy of fear, or like ruminating about things, or getting like super stuck in your head, or really focused on how somebody else lied to you or did you wrong. Like that energy can really tie you up. But whenever you think about all of these in terms of contrast, so that you can align more with who you are, more align more with your true passions, with love, then you can see these all as learning lessons. And I know it's so much easier said than done. Like, believe me, from firsthand experience, I know when you're in the midst of it, it is not easy to be like, oh, that's all a lesson. But that's really what you're being encouraged to do this month, is just... it's just growth is really what I'm feeling. And you won't be feeding into some of these things that perhaps you did feed into, and things that you, like different ways that you perceived things, or different thoughts that just for your whole belief systems for your whole life seem very normal. You're going to start to see through them. You're going to say, wow, like I believed that about myself for basically my whole life, but it's not reality. It's not my truth. And then you kind of spread your wings and you fly and you transform and you grow and develop new belief systems that are aligned with who you truly are. Now you got the Rest and Rejuvenation card, but it came in reverse. So I'm feeling like there might be some action that you are taking, but to do so in a very gentle manner. So to give yourself the rest and rejuvenation as you need. Anytime you're feeling caught up in any sort of contrast, taking a step back, realigning with your heart, and then taking action from that place. But I do feel like there is some action this month for you. And a lot of Pisces are you're good at action. You are. Your main chakra is your solar plexus. So once that chakra fully thrives and you really step into your power, you take your power back and you transform, then the action and the strategies you develop from that place are going to not only transform yourself, but transform your life. The card on the bottom was a woman holding a coin. So this speaks to seeing physical manifestations. So just this month is really, I'm feeling like aligning with whatever physical manifestations you want to be calling in. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Where did that go? I caught it. The cards on the top were broken heart and the thinking woman in reverse. It's like your thoughts are breaking your own heart, is really what I got from that. Rumination about the past or just not having like faith in yourself is breaking your heart. So don't get too stuck in your head about anything. Come from that heart space. Like, feed your heart. Feed your soul in whatever ways you need to this month. Okay, so let's dive a little deeper and look at some love, romance, relationships. And really, these cards are speaking on multiple levels. If you are in a relationship, it's speaking to how to deepen that relationship, how to go to the next level in that relationship. Every single relationship you're in is a journey. So even if you're pretty happy or content, there's always like the next stages that you can go to. Now, if you have any concerns about a relationship, the cards can be speaking to that. If you are wanting to reunite or call a relationship in, the cards are speaking to that. If you're single and you just don't know what's next for you, the cards are speaking to that. If you do not want a partner, the cards are speaking to just how to align with your own energy. Okay, so Pisces, that card came out. Pisces, oh jeez. Pisces for February, Pisces. The cards are like flying out for you. Pisces for February, Pisces for February, Pisces for February. Anything else? Anything else? Pisces for February, Pisces for February. Oh gosh. Wow. Okay. I feel like these cards came out separate. So. Okay. Wow, Pisces. These are good. These are good. The first one you got was honeymoon. It says enjoy bliss of a holiday together. So this could be talking about taking a trip together. This could be talking about an actual honeymoon. It could be talking about an elopement maybe. It could be talking about, if you're newly in a relationship, just going and doing something you both enjoy, even if it's like a day trip. Like, I'm feeling like just getting away and feeding your heart and feeding your soul in whatever relationship this is. If you are single, doing the same for you. Like, have a honeymoon with yourself. Maybe go somewhere with your friends. The next card you got was true love. It says this is a romance of a lifetime. If anybody is doubting if this is true love, it could be because, like, remember how I just said a lot of our thoughts are like breaking our own heart sometimes? It could be that. So, like, dropping down into your heart. February seems like a pretty good month in terms of love, just reconnecting with your own self-worth, your self-love, but really reconnecting or connecting with love in general in partnerships. Let go of control issues. This is the last card you got. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So the cards are giving you a very optimistic picture. Is everything going to happen in February? Time's really relative, so maybe not. But the cards are, especially the strategy card coming out right at the beginning, followed by the woman holding a heart. I'm feeling like whenever we're talking to love, it's saying don't try to strategize. Follow your heart instead. And just allow it to unfold in the perfect divine order and timing. So let's see what the second group of cards that popped out for you. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So yeah, I'm feeling like in terms of love and relationships or just in general, just like fostering this love within yourself, just enjoying your moments. Enjoying the moments that you do spend with the people in your lives. That special someone, if you have a partner or a spouse. Getting to know each other is the next one. This could be talking about if you're single, you might be getting to know somebody. Don't try to plan it out too much, but just go with it. Enjoy like the honeymoon stage. That was the first card that came out, the honeymoon. Like I'm feeling like they say the honeymoon stage whenever, people are just married and they're all lovey-dovey, but you can foster that at any time. You can foster that when you're single. And you can foster it whenever you've been in a relationship for 50 years. Like it's up to, it's not 100% up to you, but a lot of it is like just coming into your heart and really feeling the relationship from that place. Just enjoying it by letting go of control. Releasing the need to try and control yourself, trying to control anybody else. And with that being said, you might be getting to know people on a whole new level because you won't be attached to their behaviors, attached to what they are doing so much. That's really what I'm feeling is like a detachment, but it's a really good detachment. It's a detachment where you can take a step back and love others unconditionally in your life. And the last card that you got was wedding. This situation involves marriage. So that could be talking to a few people. But really what this card talks about is a deeper commitment. And I'm really feeling like it's stemming from you just going with the flow, you trusting. Just trusting in your relationships, trusting that it's going to happen if it hasn't happened yet. Fostering that honeymoon stage in everything that you do. The card on the bottom was you deserve love. Knowing that you deserve love. Not allowing anybody or anything to tell you any differently. The card on the top was give your relationship a chance. Yeah. There's either a new relationship for a lot of you or a much deeper relationship, like on a whole new level. These are really good relationship and love cards. Let's get into, and I was drawn again to this deceit, and we do this a lot in relationships or when we want to be in relationship, I'm trying to think of, I had this intuition and then I lost it. It must not have been meant to be said at that very moment because I had it and then I completely lost it. It will come back when it's ready to come back. Yeah. Okay, so we're moving on to abundance. That's never happened. That's only happened to me once before in a personal reading, so it's interesting because it might circle back. Whatever was meant to come out will come out. All right, so this is an abundance in all forms. This is an abundance of love. This is an abundance of finances. This is an abundance of experiences. So what is your abundance? What is your abundance for Pisces this month? Abundance for Pisces this month. Ooh. It's just really how you can foster that energy, calling in the abundance, whatever abundance means to you. Is this one? Yep. Okay. Whoopsie. All right, Pisces. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay. The first card that came out is God is your source. I'm telling you, I swear this card came out for almost every single sign that I've read for. The universe is coming to tell us as a collective that it's going to provide for you. Trust. That's where this deceit card comes in. Don't try to categorize what you see. Don't try to base any predictions of how things are going to go based on what you see. We do that a lot in relationships. We try to interpret somebody else's behavior and say, well, if they did that, then this must happen, this must happen, this must happen. Or if we see a lack of abundance in our life right now, then we predict and we project that out, that energy of lack out. It's like this like fortune telling that really doesn't come from intuition. It comes from anxiety, fear, doubt, old belief systems, a lack of trust. So the card is coming to tell you and pretty much every single other person who I've read for that God is your source. The universe will provide for you. So let me read this card. It says, everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. The next card is donations and tithing and charitable work. So February might be a good time to get into some of that. Donate your time, donate finances. It's a universal law. We have to give in order to receive. Now, we have to allow ourselves to receive after we give, though. So you can't give and then think you're not worthy and block it off from receiving. You also, whenever we don't want to give, that comes from a lack mentality. You have to give and then know and trust that you will receive it back. So it just strikes me a bit that these cards are pretty much the same color, yellow, which happens to be the same color as your main chakra, the solar plexus. It also reminds me of like the crown chakra, like golden aura. And it's really what I'm feeling with these two cards in particular is if you give, know that it will be given back to you. So just things that you have to do, like even paying your bills. Give joyfully because you know, and it's like exciting that it's going to be given back to you. You then got dreams of abundance. So possibly paying attention to your dreams, but also I'm feeling like you will be getting some guidance. Trust the guidance that you are getting. The next card is divinely guided change. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. So I feel like at the beginning of the month, you're opening yourself up. You're saying like, yes, I trust. I trust that I'm open and ready to receive abundance in all forms. And then there's a part of you that's giving. You're giving joyfully to everything, but also saying, yes, I'm open up to receive. And the first thing you're going to receive are ideas. And these ideas are divinely guided, and they are going to be instructing you to take change in some sort of way. Remember how that strategy card was the first one that came out, and I talked a bit about you might be restructuring your days, what you do, how you live, how you think. This change is good, but it can cause some discomfort, some uncertainty at first. You might have to use some of your willpower and some discipline to make yourself open and ready for this change. It says, as you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar. I love whenever the card speaks to something I just said. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. So remember that. If something, it doesn't have to be bad for you want to leave it. You don't have to hate your job for you to want to leave it. What's the saying? Like the universe first tells us in whispers and then shouts and then problems. So very often we wait until we reach the problem stage. We wait until our job is absolutely terrible to say, maybe I should find a new one. But you're going to be getting some whispers this month. And it's kind of giving you a chance to get the ball rolling before the universe has to shout at you. This is what I'm feeling. The last card is do the work. It's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you're divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. When it is coming to something that will be bringing in more abundance in your life, you have to do the work. You know, we can do the visualizations and all that fun stuff, and that's part of it with aligning your energy. But then comes the actual taking of that divine guidance and putting it into action. Remember the rest and rejuvenation card that came out last? Just like this card came out last. And I said, I think that some of you are going to be taking action. You're going to be doing some work. But it's like getting there first. You know, first there's strategizing. There's getting in alignment with your heart and your intuition. Opening yourself up to receive. You know, as far as love, just like enjoying. Enjoying either yourself, enjoying your relationships, like not letting that distract you from anything, because you got a really good love reading. But then once you're ready and once you get those intuitions to then actually do the work to turn them into a reality, whatever that might mean for you. So let's get a little more guidance from the Career, Life, Purpose, Success deck. Career, Life, Purpose, Success for Pisces. Career, Life, Purpose, Success for Pisces. I know there's another card that wants to come out. Career, Life, Purpose. I knew it. Just had to wait for it. The first card we got was Retreat. Block out distractions. Spend time alone so you can focus on your priorities. That is so much the strategy card. Spend time alone so you can focus on your priorities. And I feel like that's for the first month. That's getting yourself ready. What are your priorities? What is it that you have to do? Set up your life in such a way in the beginning of the month so that you don't have distractions that do not serve you, that tie you up. You're getting ready for this transformation in every single area of your life. Oh my gosh. Okay. Pay attention to your dreams. And this card came in reverse. And sometimes with Oracle, when it comes in reverse, that's placing an extra emphasis, different than traditionally Tarot, which is like the opposite meaning or a different meaning. In Oracle, with most decks, there's an emphasis. Pay attention to your dreams in your abundance reading. You got to pay attention to your dreams. You can't make this up. I mean, that's pretty amazing. I would keep a journal next to your bed and write down your dreams, honestly. Or after you meditate, make sure to journal after every single session. You're going to be getting some crazy guidance, but it's going to be fleeting guidance is what I feel like. So you have to pay attention to it and write it down, because you know what happens. I do this all the time. I have these insights while I meditate, or immediately after I meditate. I'm like, okay, I'll remember them, and I don't write them down, then I forget them. So write it down. Helping children. Now, we did get the charitable and the donations, so maybe part of you donating your time or money could be helping children. This could be part of your purpose, is helping children. This could also be inner child healing. So part of this, seeing past the deceits, letting go of control issues in your relationships, things that like kept you tied up, those fears, that's all inner child work. So if things come up that make you feel tied up or make you feel constricted or restricted in any way in terms of creative ventures, your life purpose, you might want to do some inner child work, and there's so many different ways to do that. You know, there's meditations, there's affirmations. But again, I mean, I do feel like that's speaking on multiple levels. Yeah. The last card you got that wanted to come out was Mother Mary. The Blessed Mother Mary is helping you with your divine life purpose. So really what I'm feeling like is Divine Mother, or Mother Mary, just a very divine feminine kind of energy is going to be surrounding you. And that is the energy of love. That's the energy of unconditional love. that energy is going to be surrounding you this month. That energy is always surrounding you, but really that energy is going to be surrounding you that month. So towards the end of the month, you are guided to take some action, but know as you do take this action, you're being very looked after. The card at the bottom was open your heart to love. There's a lot about opening your heart in relationships so that you can fully embrace them. And like I said, if the love and relationship reading, you didn't think it pertained to you, time is not linear. So this can be talking about a future energy, but your energy for right now is just opening your heart and just enjoying the moments. And you're being asked to do that in every single aspect of your life. I want to see what the card at the top is. The card at the top is media. So this is talking about speaking. This is talking about taking your ideas out there, presenting them to the world. So I feel like you are getting yourself ready to take something to the next level in terms of what your purpose is, in terms of your career, a business that you're starting. Yeah. I'm just feeling like right now, it's just like a gentle energy. Yeah, there's just a really gentle energy that's going on for you. Like I can feel how looked after you are, how you're being embraced in this unconditional love. So I want to pull one final card. It's this one. Okay. This is going to be your law of attraction message, and two came out. The first one says, the law of attraction treats my imagination as reality. The universe, which is responding to the thoughts you are thinking, does not distinguish between a thought from your observation of some observed reality and a thought brought about by your imagination. In either case, the thought equals your point of attraction, and if you focus upon it long enough, it will become your reality. I think I did mention that in your relationships, like looking and possibly not, like being focused on what is, or like your abundance, like being focused on what is. And there's that perception is deceiving you a bit. So the cards are really definitely encouraging you to do some visualizations, creative visualizations, to do some meditations, like a vision board, something where you are creating these visuals of what it is that you truly want and you're aligning with it. Like I said, like I really feel like, and then as you do that, you're going to be given insights. Something's changing for you. I'm feeling like it's more so in terms of abundance, career. It definitely could be spiritually. It could be calling in this deeper relationship. We got the wedding card, so if that doesn't make sense to you right now, it definitely could. So you want to align with the energy, and once you're from that place, not focused on lack or deceiving thoughts that are not the truth for you, because you are limitless, you are boundless, you are a soul. You're not your body, you're not your mind. You're beyond that. So use your power of imagination to really expand beyond what you think is limiting you and focus on that. And as you do, you're going to be given a lot of divine guidance that is in alignment with that. So this card is just what I was talking about. It says, there is nothing I cannot be, do, or have. Like I said, you're limitless. Welcome to planet Earth. There is nothing you cannot be, do, or have. Go forth on this day of your life experience knowing that your real work is to decide what you want. It's not what you see, but you're deciding what you want, and then focus upon that. Go forth giving thought to what you want, attracting life experiences to help you decide what you want. And once you just have decided, giving thought only to that. So remember how I talked in the beginning how we have this contrast, and the contrast that we experience is really just so that we can decide more of who we are deep down, who we're really transforming into, what we want, we need to know what we like and what we don't like, what doesn't feel good and what does feel good, so that we have so that we can use our willpower, our personal power, to align with everything that does feel good. You need the bad feeling thoughts. You need frustrating situations to show you what does align with your soul. A frustrating situation for you might be bliss for another person. And that's what makes the world go round, because we need your unique gifts, whatever they are, and you discover those through contrast, through seeing things that don't align with you and saying, that's not my reality, and it doesn't have to be my reality, because I am a creator. I am part of source. I'm part of spirit, part of God. And I'm going to use my personal power to align with that, to transform, to grow into that in every single aspect of my life. And that's really what all the cards are saying. And again, I'm just feeling like you are just being like so wrapped up in this energy. It's so gentle. There's somebody looking out for you. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in. If you want a personal reading, a distance energy healing session, or a free MP3 download of an energy healing, then you can go to my website, Reiki with Rachel. The link is below. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm messing with my computer. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love and light.